Hi, my name is Ryan Kirby and this is Enjoy Your Game. I'm your person of viewing for all these videos and the person who does this channel, and I recently moved house, so I thought I'd quickly show you guys around the new place so you can have a look. Let's go. Have you ever wanted a game with a huge open world with gigantic enemies to kill? A game with intense combat and a fast-paced action system with a thrilling music score? Well, look no further, for I have found the game for you!
That's right, it's Sonic Adventure Battle 2 for the GameCube! Sonic is back in an all-new action-packed adventure, now with an enhanced model system so you can see all your favorite characters in new HD textures. Look at that HD! And did we mention Knuckles? Knuckles! Play as all your favorite characters, Sonic, and the rest! Now if you buy your copy early, you'll get a free Sonic plushie! For free! For a limited time! You gotta go fast for those prices! Buy your copy today! Knuckles!
Nah, I'm just kidding. He's Shadow of the Colossus.
Released back in 2005 for the PlayStation 2, Shadow of the Colossus was made by the infamous Team Ico, the company known for making the game titled Ico, but more well known for taking almost 8 years to develop the game The Last Guardian, which was originally supposed to be released on the PlayStation 3 and still isn't even released yet. Let's just hope it doesn't pull a Duke Nukem Forever and suck more than a vacuum working out of brothel. But in all honesty, Duke Nukem fucking suck balls. I hate you so much. Shadow of the Colossus is a game in which you play as Wanda, an adventurous young hero who only looks like a girl. He stumbles across this little ancient sword, which is apparently the only known weapon that can slay the giant beast in a place known as the Forbidden Lands. Go figure. Wanda travels across the land with his magical sword of power with a girl named Mono, whom has been knocked out by some means and now requires the strength of a true hero to wake her up. It's just such a shame she got stuck with this dude who looks exactly like Link from The Legend of Zelda. Like, I'm not even kidding, like, they have like the exact same thing. There's a horse, there's a magical sword, there's the hair, there's the true hero doing the deed. Whatever. They eventually arrive at a shrine with which Mono will spend literally the rest of the game at. While you're there, you're told by a strange, mysterious voice that if you go out and kill the 16 Colossi roaming the land, he will awaken Mono for you. Yeah, because that's totally believable.
I mean, sounds like the perfect situation. Holy sanctuary, strange demon-like voices, promises and wishes fulfilled. What could possibly go wrong?
After you're told to kill the Colossi by the unknown voice, your main mission is to explore the gigantic world offered to you and to go out and find them, basically. But God, Wanda is slow. Wouldn't it be really convenient if you could just summon a creature that was faster than you that you could ride wherever you want? What is that thing? It's so big and beautiful. Introducing Agro, your best friend and only companion in this entire game. Agro serves as your transport vessel that lets you get around the large world much faster than normal. She's also used in certain fights against the Colossi. When you actually find the Colossi, a name which is not figurative, they are literally 100 times your size, each Colossi has a weak point that must be found and destroyed using your trusty sword of damage making. The only way this can be done is by climbing the Colossi, which is where the unique part of the combat comes in. While climbing, the Colossi will try various things to throw Wanda off, so you must keep an eye on your stamina, which when depleted will cause Wanda to fall off. You can regain stamina by finding spots in which Wanda can stand or rest on the Colossi. Moving depletes your stamina more quickly and is sometimes crucial to maintain. A lot of the time, in order to scale a Colossi or find the weak point, you'll need to look around the surrounding environments and find things that could cause a Colossi to fall or become stunned. A good example is in one of the battles, you need to lure the Colossi into pillars in order to break its armor, revealing its weak spot.
The combat in Shadow of the Colossus is actually one of the most unique and interesting that I personally ever played. Its combat system can actually be found in games like Dragon's Dogma and Pray for the Gods, and games where you're actually required to climb up large monsters and find weak spots to take them down.
The Colossi do get harder as the story progresses. You have to think up different ways to take down the boss or to access the weak point, like using aggro for speed, hitting a boss with your bow from long range, or even moving around the environment to stop a boss in its tracks. I found this quite unique when I played it, as I had never experienced gameplay like this. Most games of that time are set in a dungeon style which is kept up in close spaces with a lot of small enemies, followed by a boss at the end of the dungeon. Shadow of the Colossus, however, removes all these elements, putting you in a huge landscape where your environment is important, and all the small enemies and bosses are combined into one giant single being. What made it even more unique was that there isn't a huge particular order that you have to fight each Colossus, which makes exploring even more interesting. The first time I played, I actually found a Colossus out of the blue whilst I was looking for a lizard. Without the risk of spoiling too much for a 10-year-old game, your actions in Shadow of the Colossus actually end up flowing into the game Ico, the sequel to the game that was made before. It's not an absolute foolproof sequel, but many speculate that the boy played as in Ico is actually our good old Wanda from Shadow of the Colossus. Notice the horns?
At this point, you're probably going, well, I'm just gonna go play Twilight Princess on the fucking Wii or GameCube, because fuck this shitty game. Or you're saying, hey Ryan, I want to play Shadow of the Colossus, but I don't have a PlayStation 2 anymore. What should I do? Well, fret not, you casual gamer, for I have your solution. The game was re-released alongside Ico as a HD remake for the PlayStation 3! And don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to play this while you wait another 3 years for The Last Guardian to come out.
How could you do this to me?